15 mark.
Bryan's are very conscious of Melo's backhand return. He likes to go inside out with it a lot. It's a shot that he's very confident hitting. The Twins played a lot of eye last week in Best C against this team. And it's pretty interesting the fact that the Bryan brothers beat all three of the teams that are in their group last week in Paris.
Yeah, that's pretty unusual, isn't it? That hasn't happened for a while either. We also didn't expect to have all 8 singles players playing on Friday in Paris that were playing here. There's a man who had a win earlier on. Leander Pace. Fresh from his victory with Radek Stepanek.
14-15. Bryan.
So Bob off to a nice start. Of course, Bob always a slightly bigger server than Mike. Mike probably a little tidier in the return. So really, if you run your eye through their results, made the semis of the US Open, runner-up at Wimby, as we said, and ran a 16 at Roland Garros. So consistent performances.
Yeah, it's a good confident start from Bob Bryan. The one shot where perhaps isn't up to the level that the Bryans have set is Bob's backhand return. So he does an excellent job there of using his feet to hit a forehand return. He's much more confident on that side. Also, when he runs around to hit a forehand return, it means the next shot is most likely going to be a forehand.
Wow. No messing around here for the Twins.
And pretty similar to the Bryans, Dodig and Melo are a very aggressive double team in the sense that they take middle a lot. They do a lot of poaching off each other's return. So the Bryans establishing the line early in this match, trying to hold Melo a little at bay. Let's see if Bob runs around and hits another forehand here. Dodig trying to get a little bit extra on that second serve, conscious of Bob Bryan looking to hit a forehand.
Big serve, Dodig, huge serve, really has. As you're saying, it's got a beautiful technique. It's really body fully behind the ball. See the hips extending into the court. One of the technically, I think, one of the better servers out there. The way he gets a really nice knee bend underneath the ball as well. You can see the way he tucks himself under and then really explodes up.
Uses his shoulders so well, also the angle of the shoulders. And he sticks the hip out, gets up in the trophy position.
It's the best possible start for the Twins, who get an early break in the back here.
Bryan lead by 2 games to 1.
Key statistic, isn't it? 2 from 2 on the first serves, 0 from 3 on the second. Pretty simple stuff. While you defend your second serve, often so key.
Bryan to serve.
Oh, good return here from Melo, running around to give himself a forehand. We talked a little bit about Payne Suarez having such a good year, but never having played this event. The same can be said for Dodig Melo. And it's certainly an adjustment coming out of that tunnel with the smoke in front of a huge crowd.
That's sweet. Coach will be happy with that one.
That's a poor miss. You don't get a lot of opportunities to break the Bryan serve. Second serve, 30 all.
Oh, well played. It was a good pickup as well for a low volley.
Deciding point.
It really was.
Receiver's choice.
The problem was Bob had already moved to the middle looking to intercept the return. He couldn't quite get his momentum back to cover the line.
So a chance to get the immediate break back here.
Yeah, Bryan.
He just took a little bit of pace off, didn't he? I think off the first serve and flummoxed even.
That's something else that Coach David McPherson mentioned. Bob was going to use his chip lob to try and sort of get Dodig to back off the net a little bit. Because of that, he's very aggressive at taking middle and getting his racket on returns. And that's something you really need to do against Bryan, getting his head a little bit. Because if he feels like the cross-court return is open, he will eat you up all day. Best returner in the world.
Ball to line.
You can see again Bob trying to protect his backhand as much as possible. Any word on conditions from the guys in the locker room here? Actually, we talked about it, haven't we? Sort of medium pace, but
yeah, a little higher bouncing than in past years.
That's delightful. Dodig, and he gets his team moving.
Well, it's just good fundamental doubles. First serve, net man moving to the middle, trying to be aggressive. Pretty difficult when a serve's coming at you at 122 miles an hour from that trajectory as well. Marcelo Melo is a big, tall man. It's not just the pace, it's the bounce coming up to your rib cage.
Well, having got the ball over the Bryan's head, you felt they were in a decent position. That'll be frustrating. Really well here. Changed the course of the rally right here. Got to fancy the chances.
Yeah, and you've got to look for that down the line forehand from Bob. It's a shot he likes to hit.
Dodig long. First service. Ball to long.
That's good hustle from Dodig, really. He's got a couple of extra balls in the play with the Bryan Stoneman, and again, and they can really.
I like the way Bob is skipping around, using his footwork, trying to be aggressive, getting a lot of these forehand returns.
Dodig long.
That's what David McPherson was talking about, Dodig just being an excellent corner server. Pace and location. It's a dangerous combination for a returner.
Well, set the bar pretty high this year, but even that was an ambitious try. We talked about it before, that defensively you can defend well on this court because it's so big. That's what makes it hard to put the ball away. At times. Something that was flagged up over the last couple of years here.
And Bryan's typically do that facet of the game better than anybody. We talk a lot about their offensive capabilities, but they extend points so well. They really force you to hit extra shots.
First meaningful return really that's led to anything for the Brazilian-Croat pair.
Yeah, and Dodig's so good. Look at the fake. But he moves forward and across, not just across. So when he makes contact, he's almost on top of the net.
Sniff of a chance here at love 30.
15, 13.
Is there anything they've improved this year? Ash specifically, obviously results have gone their way, they've got confidence, but is there anything that, obviously they're always looking to improve, but anything that stood out this year you feel for them?
Yeah, Bob's backhand return continues to be a successful work in progress. I've seen them talk about it, and David McPherson's impact, and they talk about McPherson just filling the holes, just seeing kind of weaknesses is a difficult word to use when you're talking about the Bryans, but just seeing areas that they can improve on. He sort of was a very intelligent player himself at first, and got to 11 in the world, and he says, well, this is how I used to play you, and guys my generation would play you.
Impressive return from
Signing
Dodig
point.
again in the slot, but still did well to
Receiver shots.
get so much on it. And we've got a deciding point here, yet again. Oh, how good was the return from Ivan Dodig on the stretch. That's outstanding. And it gets them back in this first set. One break each, 4-3.
4 games to 3.
3-4. Yet to lose a point
15
behind their
long.
first serve. 9 from 9 now.
I talked about Dodig and Melo being an aggressive moving team. That's the Bryan's 1-2 punch. The Mike Bryan return, Bob Bryan forehand volley in the middle of the court. It's paid a lot of bills over the years.
Just trying to be a little too cute there. See what he was trying to do. He was trying to go for the acute angle, going east-west off the side of the court, but didn't happen. They've got him.
They do close the net very hard, Dodig Melo, so they're susceptible to either a lob or they better have quick hands when they're that close off a short ball. This time with the right shoulder, right hip. That's the place to go at the net man. Very difficult to defend against that.
Bolton.
Gets him. Mike Bryan did a lot of good work. Needed a few bites, but he does break yet again. And they'll serve for the set.
Oh, it's phenomenal hitting when you factor in the fact that they switch sides. Mike's not accustomed to hitting too many.
Very rarely you're going to beat these boys down the middle of the court. There's not too many balls that are going to go by them off this sort of forehand. How tight they are here. Closing the doors.
Yeah, the Bryans, they shut down the high percentage shots. They shut down the line in the middle. They give you the difficult angle. If you can execute that, you'll have success. But they bait you into hitting low percentage shots.
4 too long.
So 25 minutes. We've already reached set point.
Ball to 15.
Oh, that's the one he was trying to get on the previous return.
Yeah, that's the shot that Melo likes to hit. He's a lot more dangerous hitting the forehand down the line than the backhand.
So the first set goes the way of the twins. Bob and Mike enjoying one of the best seasons of their careers.
Long.
Here are these quick hands from Marcelo Melo. Made that volley look very easy. That's not a shot that Bob Bryan typically hits. He's very patterned with his forehand from the back of the court. He typically goes line and middle. And if he's hitting this shot, you're in for a tough day. Bryan has run around a lot of these second serves to hit forehands, and he's had success with it.
Second service.
That's a good sign for Dodig. He just got enough on that serve to jam Bob. And often when you try that and you are unsuccessful, it sort of stops you from doing it again.
Again, super skills from Mike Bryan just to make that awkward. Dodig and Melo.
Won the Australian Open, they flew straight to Jacksonville.
So the other loss they had was to Zoliak and Zimonjic, and I actually called that one, and that was not disappointing, but to be fair, the Serbs play very well.
Yeah, Bob's claiming that the ball hit either Melo or Dodig.
Bob, first of all, was not touched. Second, we cannot touch.
A little,
So
it's a little question mark by it, yeah. That's going to drift wide as well. That's not going to lighten their mood. Yeah, it seemed to me as if Melo said something, and then I think Carlos Melos knew it, and maybe he was going to step in, but then that made him step in. Regardless.
But it almost looked like Melo was defending himself as if to say, hey, guys, the ball didn't touch me. I don't know if he was lobbying to win the point. He just wanted it clear to the Bryans that the ball hadn't clipped him. They actually get along very well, Marcelo Melo and the Bryans, but there was a little incident also in Jackson on that Davis Cup match where the Brazilian fans sort of had an altercation with Bob, I believe.
Melo's challenger call. At the right service line, the ball's called in.
Caught some of the line.
Ball stands.
They saved 2 break points.
2
more to save though here.
Dodig Melo have 2 challenges on each.
Oh, it's all going wrong for the Bryans this game. Well, that's a bad choice from Dodig. He should have hit a forehand off that. He should have moved to his left. Instead, moved to his right and essentially jammed himself. Off an 88-mile-an-hour second serve.
Yeah, sorry. Actually, I think the ironic thing is he's done that, isn't he? He's tried to make room, and then he's done the other thing, and either way, it's not worked. Deciding point. Got it. Some super returning from Marcelo Melo in that game. They break early doors at the second set.
Dodig Melo lead by 2 games to 0.
Yeah, he's handled the Bryans' first serve very well. That's coming in at 131 into his forehand hip.
That's rough. As Dodig defended the net for all he was worth.
30.
Yeah, good move from Dodig. Just doesn't get enough width on that initial volley, and then he was fending for his life. Dodig, Melo are shutting the net down. They're getting very tight on the net. They are susceptible to any sort of topspin lob. It's been a tough run for the Bryans. They just can't take a trick this set. Verbal hindrance, foot fault, and falling over on a huge point. They've had more things go wrong in this set than the whole year.
Yeah, they've lost the opening 3 games as well of this second set. So this match continue to build year upon year here in the O2. And the fans are flocked once more.
Melo has really returned exceptionally well. He makes a lot of balls. It's difficult getting points started against the Bryan brothers.
Dodig gets really nice. Hits with a lot of spin, doesn't he? It's aggressive. It's an aggressive lob, isn't it? We've seen a couple this week where have been sort of defensive chips, like Hayes, for example, but he really makes something happen. And at the moment, Melo is al fuego because he can't miss a return.
15-13.
Really putting some pressure on the Bryans here.
They don't doubt themselves, the Bryans. When they're getting beaten, they continue to sort of stick to the winning formula that has served them well. A lot of players can have a tendency to go into their shell when things aren't going well. They stop moving.
Bryan.
Well, they can't capitalise. A double break surely would have been the set, but as it is, the Bryans reduce their arrears here.
The idea was right, but Bob needed to get that lob to Melo's left, not through the middle of the court. It would have been over Melo's backhand volley, and it was over his head. And when it gets very tight on the net, momentum moving forward, that's when you want to lob someone. And the momentum's moving in the opposite direction. Again, another good, solid move from Marcelo Melo to the middle of the court, just putting some doubt in Mike Bryan's head. You've got to be active against the best return in the world.
First service. First service.
Just kind of a little flat, the Bryans here, haven't they? Just been subdued by their opponents.
Bob just didn't really commit to that forehand. You can see him. He's just shadow playing the return again. The racket stopped. You want to follow through. Accelerate on contact and follow through. You don't need a big backswing on a return, but you certainly need a long follow through.
Shouldn't be forgotten that the Bryans actually lost their opening group match here last year to Granollers and Lopez in a match tiebreak.
And they didn't get out of the group stage. Let's not forget the first year here, Nick, in 2009 when they lost their opening match and then had to run the tables in order to finish the year at #1. Also required Nestor and Zimonjic to lose, and it all happened for them. They did win and finish the year at #1.
Monster serving from Ivan Dodig, and his team are looking good in set #2 because Bob Bryan has served.
And that's what they haven't done enough of, is hit that first volley up the line. Dodig, Melo, super aggressive as far as moving to the middle of the court. And if you start out a match that way, it holds your opponents accountable to the line. It stops them from moving. So then you open up the easier volley.
It's seriously hot right now off the return. Either down the line or cross court, doesn't matter which way it is, he's picking his spots.
And he was following that return forward just in case Bob was able to come up with a miraculous half volley. Good court sense. And Bryans typically don't play a lot of I formation. Most doubles teams faced with somebody like Melo right now and how hot he is would go into the I formation, give him something different.
Bryan.
It's the US Olympic Committee just a couple of weeks ago named Bob and Mike as their Team of the Year. Award that went their way.
If you're watching at home and you play a little bit of doubles, that's the volley that's effective, the east-west off the side of the court.
Tried to a real bit of trickery there, didn't he? That was the last shot they were expecting off the half volley, but couldn't outfox him.
Yeah, he didn't need to hit that because there's so much room. They're already playing I formation. So much room for him just to volley back to Dodig. Volley back to Mike Bryan, sorry.
What a volley from Ivan Dodig. Where did he pull that one from?
30-15.
Great reaction, wasn't it, initially here, but look at that. Just pops up from nowhere.
What's also impressive about the Bryan's record is every time they walk on the court, someone's gunning for them. Every doubles team in the world gets up to play the Bryans. It's a chance to beat the best ever. And not so much in a tournament like this, of course, Dodig and Melo are going to get up, but when the Bryans played 250 events, first round, it's not easy for a team that's won 93 doubles titles to get up for a first round of a 250, but they match their opponent's intensity every day. It's really been a high-quality match. Points have been won, breaks have been won. Nothing's being given out there. Again, phenomenal reactions from Dodig, Melo. reaction from the Dodig Melo bench as well. Like last week at best, he was running around and hitting forehands off a lot of Melo's second serves.
Game, Bryan.
That is a freebie. And it allows the Bryans to get right back in. The Bryans back in business. Oh, he's tried a little naughty no-looker there, didn't he? And that didn't happen for him.
Again, just incredible reactions, but a little silly from Bob here. Save that shot for December when they're putting on their exhibitions.
Service.
Even if it had made that return, you can see that Bob was waiting for it.
They just read the play so well, the Bryan brothers. They just have an uncanny knack for not getting beaten that much down the line. When you go down the line, they just are able to read your racket face, and they're there. It's very annoying as a return. Oh, that was the right shot from Mike. There was a lot of space to hit that half volley into.
Yeah, snuck it on the line. What a beautiful return that was.
Got his body out well to that serve. Got his weight behind the return.
So break point, deciding point. Now a second serve to get his teeth into.
That's incredible.
Oh, what a shot from Ivan Dodig. That must be at least, I would say, the fourth time this evening that he's pulled off a spectacular lob.
Just so strong with the wrist, getting that ball up and down. And you highlighted, Nick, an aggressive lob. Ball doesn't stay in the air very long.
Serving for the set.
It's the match of the tournament so far. The quality of points. The breaks have really been earned. Winner after winner. Although it does really bring into question that trick shot that Bob tried in the first point. Ultimately, it's the difference in that break of serve.
Melo is what, 6'6", about that, 6'7". That was a good effort. Get the ball over that guy's head. Couple of set points, 3 of them in fact, for Dodig and Melo. Fifth double fault of their evening. Just delaying us, perhaps taking us into this match tiebreak. Got it. And the evening session here in the doubles will go all the way. Well watched.
Mr. Melo is challenging the ball at the left bounce line. The ball was coming out.
Again, Dodig Melo just extending the point. It looks like they've lost this, but that pays off. It's a little disheartening knowing you have to come up with additional quality shots to win points.
1-0, Bryan. Dodig Melo have 2 challenges only. Mr. Melo is challenging the ball at the left service line. The ball.
I talked about the only concern during that second set, the 4 double faults. It's tough to dominate points and win match tiebreaks against the greatest of all time.
2-0, Bryan.
He's got it, and he splits him down the middle. The worst possible outcome.
Só tem mais agora. Mais aí acaba. Porque a match tie break é como se fosse set. Aí só tem 3. Dodig Melo have 1 challenge.
Do you remember how many challenges he had, possibly? I'm not sure. My Portuguese is rather lacking. To get it done. And what was Bryan doing?
I can only venture to guess that that ball was getting caught in the light or something. Those overheads look like a club player's overheads. It happened so many times where Mike just wasn't able to get a full swing at an overhead. The result in the end was the desired outcome. McPherson's expression says it all. He couldn't really fathom what was happening either with those overheads.
Bryan.
Well, Marcelo Melo continues to wreak havoc off the return of serve.
big man from Brazil, stepping up and keeping his team alive, just about.
Bryan.
Expect to challenge the Bryans in the years to come. They're just not utilising the lob at all, the Bryans. And it's there to be hit. Dodig and Melo have done a much better job in this match of offensively, defensively deploying that shot. That shot was there. A little flick topspin lob from Bryan. And his team had themselves a 5-2 lead. Dodig and Melo are crashing so hard on the net, and they'll continue to do so until they get beaten by lobs.
Oh, how good is that? Not for the first time today. Ivan Dodig produces a cracker. And again, on full stretch.
Yeah, he uses his legs so well to get out there. A lot of players will just be reaching for that ball with their arms, but Dodig knew he had to get there with his body.
So from 4-love back to 4-all. Just a little bit of indecision as well for the Twins.
The quality of returning from Dodig Melo is just outstanding. You look at the Bryan stats, and they routinely play matches where they're only surrendered 6 to 10 points on serve. They get more free points than anybody. Not the case today. They're having to work so hard. Where Bob's got to have the courage to run around and hit a forehand. He's had success with it early in the match. Oh, that's too good.
About bluffed him, didn't he? He anticipated the one out wide, and he went to his strength.
Yeah, you can't fault Bob for doing that. It was a courageous move from Bryan and a courageous serve from even Dodig.
Dodig and Melo in front for the first time in the breaker. Only had 11 defeats all year, Bob and Mike. But the way things are going, this could be number 12.
And again, the hands from Marcelo and Melo. The reactions just incredible. This ball there. Full stretch volley. He's got long arms and he needed them there. They're actually out competing the Bryans. They look energized. You have to watch a lot of matches to see that happen with the Bryan twins.
Good service.
Whoa. It was a really positive opening 20-25 minutes from Bob and Mike Bryan. A credit to Dodig and Melo, who have upped their level. And stayed with the Bryans, and they've taken their opportunity. Playing catch-up for a lot of this match. But now they have it on their racket.
Dodig, Melo.
Oh, are you kidding me? What a run. I mean, that was, I don't know, quite a way for him to make that up. And he very nearly did.
9-8.
Long, towering legs of Marcelo Melo just eating up the ground. But it'll be Ivan Dodig to try and round it off. Match point for a third time here. Oh, what a stretch. And what a reaction from Ivan Dodig. How fired up are they? They inflict just a 12-8 in the match tie break.